Hello, I've come across a video that I'm providing a link to down below, and I invite you to take a look at it. It deals with a question that I've heard over and over again uh, in youth groups, and church youth groups, and adult Sunday school classes, and college bull sessions in the dorm, um, and Bible studies, etc. And often enough, I was a person asking the questions. It's a question, it gets asked all the time. You've probably asked it before, and if you haven't, you've just not maybe presented yourself to a Christian Bible study kind of situation, or Sunday school or youth group or anything like that. You've just not been around it. And but if you're someone who is not Christian, you may be asking that question: Why does your God do X, Y, Z? It's just a basic question. So I invite you to this guy named Turek. What's his name? Anyway, his last name's Turek. He does just an excellent job of walking through it, and in very plain, normal terms that I think anybody can go, oh, I see what the point is. Now, you don't have to agree with him. You can still disagree with him. But he explains why someone who's of the Christian faith uh, can accept some of the things they accept. So now, so he has two questions, but they're basically dealing with the same kind of thing. So I won't take up any more time with that. Of course, the question is usually based on one's desire to not be disturbed while we're doing whatever we want to be doing, and we think that God is trying to impose on us that Christian God. He just wants to cramp your style, right? And in the meantime, we're making our slaves to whatever we're pursuing, whether it be fame, fortune, partying, maybe it's intellectual pursuits, fashion, drugs and alcohol, sexual pursuits, whatever. Whatever it is that you've made yourself a slave to. We're all making ourselves a slave to something. Some of us are making ourselves slaves to Starbucks or McDonald's or whatever, right? We got to have it. And we'll do whatever it takes to get one, just about, right? I know my daughter, I remember after she was at college, it's like we were driving somewhere on a trip together, and she had to stop at a Starbucks. It's like, it's coffee. Now, for me, coffee's coffee. I am not a connoisseur. So I don't know what it is about Starbucks. But anyway, she was one of the people at that point in life that she had to stop at Starbucks. Anyway, now, so Turek points out that our Creator will actually leave us alone and let the path that we choose is our own path. But he does a good job of explaining about that. Now, I'm going to share my own little story. When I was in the first grade, we had an Easter egg hunt at school. And the prize for finding the prize, the reward for finding the prize egg was a chocolate bunny. Man, that was a treasure, right? So I did my work. I filled up my basket with all kind of eggs, and I'm looking around. I just continued to look, even though my basket was full. And there was like a door or something leaning up against the building, the school. And I walked over there, and there was an egg there. This egg was an ugly egg. It wasn't a beautiful egg. I don't know who had done it, but it's if you've colored your Easter eggs before, you know that sometimes just the colors get all mixed up, and they can be pretty ugly. Some of them, sometimes. So it wasn't like a nice solid color. It didn't have stripes. It didn't have any decals on it of flowers or anything like that. But it was just a yucky looking egg. And I chose not to pick up the egg. And to my chagrin, once the Easter egg hunt was over and we gathered to find out who had found the prize egg. Well, it was another kid, but it was my prize egg. I mean, I had seen it. I'd had the choice, the opportunity to pick it up and have it for myself and to have the chocolate bunny. Well, I had the exclusive egg, the one egg, exclusively at my grasp, and I didn't take it. That has haunted me my whole life. You can see I'm still thinking about it. And that is the way it is with, I think, my version of what Turek would tell you, is that we have a choice. The prize is there, and it's an exclusive prize, and that if you don't choose it, you're not part of the club. And that's sort of a really profane way to put it, calling part of the club going to heaven. It's not as profane as that. But we don't accept. And our afterlife is our choice to accept God's grace or our choice to accept God's judgment. And Christians, people who profess their Christianity, they're saying, I'm going to take God's grace. And the people who don't, or beings that don't, Lucifer, he's in rebellion. He's not going to take God's grace. He's going to take God's judgment. He doesn't care. He doesn't want to have anything to do with God. So be it. His choice. So we got a choice about all that. Now, you may come from a different religious tradition. Maybe that sounds like hogwash to you. But most other traditions are, you have a choice, and your choices, there's some kind of work you got to do to get there. Okay? You got to do penance. You got to do some kind of, got to do jihad, whatever it is that you've got to do. There's some kind of work you got to do. In Christianity, there ain't no work. The egg is sitting there. You just have to choose to pick it up. Or you can say, ooh, I don't want that. And you can leave and you can go without the egg, without the prize, without eternity. Anyway, that's a Christian's point of view. Maybe you have another one. Maybe you'd like to make some comment below here and tell me, or tell all of us, what it is that you think and why you think your viewpoint is right. All cool. Okay? The point of these kind of videos is to create some kind of community where people can express themselves. And I do invite you to please hit a thumbs up. A thumbs up, I mean, I had a friend of mine today ask me, well, what's the thumbs up about, you know? And he's my age. He doesn't know anything more than I do about the internet, right? So, and anyway, he asked me, well, what's the thumbs up for? And I explained, hey, thumbs up makes the algorithms of YouTube pick up the video and share it with other people. So if you think it's a decent video and you think other people might benefit from it, certainly you want to say thumbs up. Maybe you just want to say thumbs up because you want to encourage me or want to support me. That's cool too. If you subscribe, which is even better, that means every time I make one of these videos, you get to find out about it. I believe it pops up on your YouTube or whatnot. Anyway, so subscribe, and then you can, you know, every time I come up on your video, you can choose to watch me or not. You can choose not to watch me, and it's okay. Sometimes you might not want to, but certainly I'm all for hearing from what your opinion is. I may or may not respond to it. I mean, you know, I'm not looking for a fight. But if you have something worth explaining or just a viewpoint you think is valid, then feel free to share it. And if you see someone else's viewpoints that you don't disagree with, well, you know, have good manners about it and don't be ugly and say, I disagree, but don't call them an idiot. And, you know, have good manners. Anyway, life is your choice. Life is your choice. And afterlife is your choice. Have a good day.